pose. All right, let me just do this really quick. Right, and before we begin, I just wanted to let you all know that uh, to check your emails, LifeStart is moving to MindBody, so we won't have Zoom. We'll be using the MindBody virtual platform. It's, it takes a little time to kind of, configure, but it's actually really easy. Yeah, so check that out a little later, and I'll see you on there next week. Okay, so we're gonna start right up at the top of our mat in standing. Let me just get this going. All right, now I can see you all. Okay, yes, awesome. Okay, so we're gonna start in standing. We'll bring the big toes to touch. If the low spine is a little tight, feel free to bring the feet out a little wider. I like to usually stand about hips width distance. And then go on and zip up that jacket, pull the navel in, opening straight across the chest. And let's just squeeze the shoulder blades in for a moment, opening up here through this space, envisioning a pencil or maybe a bag of jillion dollars right in between the shoulder blades here. Take a nice big breath in through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. One more time, nice big breath all the way in. And exhale, releasing any weight we may be carrying through the shoulders, letting the hands rest alongside the body. We're gonna go on and shift into the ball mounds of the toes. And then we'll go on and press into the heels. Right, we're gonna take just a few more rounds of that shift forward and backward, noticing if we're favoring more so of the outer edges of the feet, or maybe if the feet are flatter, maybe we've noticed that we're favoring more of the inner arch. Try to evenly distribute that space as best as you can. And we'll take a nice big breath into the nose as we come up to the top into the tippy toes. And then exhale, ground through all four corners. So the toes, the sides of the feet, the heels. Again, inhale, coming high onto the tippy toes. Pull the navel in. Exhale, pressing the heels into the mat. And one more time, maybe a little higher, reaching the arms up into the air. And on that exhale, hands come into heart center. Just arriving here at our mat, rooting our feet into the space. We'll take a nice big breath in through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. Another breath all the way in. Exhaling out through the mouth. And any reason we rolled out our mat this afternoon, putting that into our practice, allowing that to be our intention. Making this time as personal as possible. As we work outward, we're also working inward, connecting into the inner divine, into that space. One more breath here. And exhale, release. We'll go on and lace the fingers together, pressing the palms up into the air, reaching through the fingertips. And on that exhale, go on and pull the navel in and bring the elbows into one another, letting the head fall back, the jaw to soften. We'll take a nice big breath, reach both arms up into the air, pulling out of the hips. And then exhale, press the hips back, bending the knees as we bring those elbows and knees to touch. So think of this as our cat-cow. We're beginning to find some flexion and extension and openness through the back. Hanging out here for one more big breath as we open up through each area. Out through the mouth, let that go. Lifting both arms up into the air. We'll find that 3 more times. Elbows into the ribs, going and open up through the chest, head to fall back. Inhale, reach into the fingertips. Pressing the hips back a bit further, still grounding through the heels. Head to fall in towards the knees. Inhale to reach. And just finding that quality of breath, exhale. We have enough go, go, go throughout our day. So just slowing things down for a moment. Exhale, press the hips back. And one more time. Nice big breath, reaching those arms up. Elbows into the ribs. And lifting the fingertips high. And exhale, pressing the hips back. We're going to hold here for another breath or two. Lace the hands together behind the head. Go on and bring the elbows out to the right and to the left as much as we can as we open through the collarbone. And then exhale, go on and pull the elbows in towards one another and meet the chin a little closer in towards the sternum. If we can, maybe sit the sit bones even further back. All right, we're going to find some balance work again here. Take a nice big breath, reaching the arms up into the air. Lift the left leg up into the air to about hips height, and we can reach both arms up. All right, so we are probably favoring a little bit more of that right side. Pull the navel in and try to just float over that left side for a moment with that left leg. All right, we'll lace the hands together right under the knee, so onto the shin, and then find a bit more height. We can roll out through the ankle. We could roll out in the opposite direction. We'll take another big breath into the nose, keeping the legs as they are, keeping the core as they are, the shoulders back. We'll bring both hands onto the hips, and then go on and very slowly slide that left leg out, placing the left foot into the inner thigh. We could always use the hand to pull it in closer to the inner thigh. Or maybe we slide the foot a little further down. Maybe we just start with the tripod. We'll find tree again a little later. Right? We'll take a nice big breath wherever we are, reaching through the fingertips. And exhale, hands into heart center. Lacing the fingers together, press the palms up. And exhale, hands right alongside the body. All right, inhale, maybe slide the foot up a little higher, reach both arms up. Exhale into center. Lace the fingers together, press the palms up. We're just moving with the breath. Exhale, hands right alongside the body. All right, one more time, big breath, inhale, reach. Making sure that we're not on the joint. Exhale, hands into center. Go on and lace the fingers together, press the palms up. And exhale, forward fold, bringing both feet into the mat, let it go. Halfway lift, inhale. And exhale, sitting the sit bones back, finding chair pose, right? One and only chair pose today. Making sure that the knees aren't bending too far forward, that we can still ground through those heels. Lifting up just a little higher. I'm gonna put this shade up a little bit. There you go. All right, sink a little deeper, 3, little deeper, 2, little deeper, 1. Come high onto the tippy toes, stretch it all the way out, and exhale, forward fold. All right, so we're gonna do that same flow. We're gonna move through that same flow. It's on the opposite side. All right, take a big breath, rising up. As we ground through that left leg, go on and lift the right knee. All right, hold it here. We could reach the arms up into the air if we feel comfortable here. Take a nice big breath, inhale, pull the navel in, and exhale, lace the hands together. Keep that body nice and active, rolling out through the ankle, and reverse. Take a big breath in through the nose. Hands onto the hips, exhale. Right, still keeping that weight evenly distributed through the right and through the left. We'll slide the right leg out on that exhale, placing the foot into the inner thigh. And each side might be completely different than the other. So if we need to maybe bring it lower, or if we have a bit more flexibility here on this right hip, then we could always use the hand, pull it up. Right? We'll take a nice big breath, reaching the arms up into the air. And remember, this is the first one, so we're just taking it easy. We're seeing where we are. On that exhale, arms out to the right and to the left. Big breath, maybe we slide the foot up just a little higher. Exhale into center. Lacing the fingers together. Exhale, hands alongside the body. Again, inhale, maybe we bring it up even higher. Exhale. Lacing the fingers together, press the palms up. This time we're gonna go on and find that forward fold, let it go. All right, halfway lift, big breath. And deep fold, exhale. All right, so here, we're gonna bend deeply into that right knee. Go ahead and shake that out a little bit. All right, then go ahead and switch that out. We'll bend into the left knee. Go ahead and swivel that out. Loosen out through the hip flexors even more. We'll do that one more time, adding a twist, bending into the right knee. We'll bring the right hand to the left ankle, left arm lifts up into the air to find that twist. Being sure that we don't swing the hip out, that we still have the hips nice and square. And the eyes, if it's okay on the neck, come up into the thumb. We've probably been on the computer a good amount of time, so let's go ahead and find the fist and release the wrist joint there by just creating some circles or funky movement, whatever we need. One more big breath through this twist. And exhale, full forward fold. Both heels kiss the mat. Halfway lift, big breath, realign. Then exhale, forward fold. We're gonna go in and bend into that left knee. Left hand comes across that right ankle, reaching the right arm up into the air, finding that twist. We could roll out through the wrist again, eyes into that thumb if it's okay to get that full rotation from the L spine all the way up to C. One more breath. And exhale to fold. All right, halfway lift, big breath. We'll go on and slide our right foot to the back of our space, dropping our right knee into the mat. Left arm lifts up into the air. Take a big breath. And exhale, place the hand into the ground. This time, we're lifting the right knee. Right hand stays right where it is. Left arm reaches back up into the air. All right, hold it for a moment. Creating some circles, reaching that left arm back. 3, finding some space through the shoulder. 2, and 1. Reverse that rotation. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna go on and drop that right knee into the mat. Slide the left hand into the mat, bring the left leg to the back. All right, spinal balance, curling that right toe, right arm reaches forward. Take a big breath here. Out through the mouth, exhale. One more big breath, lift up just a little higher. Pull the knee into the nose, elbow into the nose. We just got 5. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, go ahead and place the right hand into the mat. Right toe is gonna curl. Lifting the knee off the mat, drive that left leg up as high as we can. Roll out through that ankle for a moment, continuing to press away from the top of our mat, maybe finding the heel, the right heel to press back and forth into the mat. One more big breath wherever we are. And on that exhale, left foot to the top of our mat. Open into warrior 2. Relaxing through those shoulders. Go on and take a nice big breath, reaching both arms up into the air. And then on that exhale, hands into center, bending into that front knee. All right, we're gonna lace the fingers together and press directly out of the heart, relaxing through those shoulders, bringing them up and roll them back. 2 more, shoulders up. And back, bending a little deeper into that front knee. Exhale, bend. All right. Bringing both arms out to the right and to the left, creating that nice T shape, reaching the left fingertips forward and back arm to the back leg. Reverse our warrior or triangle. One more breath here. Cartwheel over, runner's lunge. Take a big breath in through the nose. We're stepping to the top, forward fold. All right, loosening the joints on the other side, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, left foot to the back of our space. Go ahead and drop the knee into the mat first. Left palm into the ground, right arm reaches up into the air. Hold it here. All right, take a big breath in through the nose. We could just lift the knee from here, or maybe like we did on the other side, bring both hands into the mat, lift the knee, find your bearings, and then find that twist. However the body needs Take one more big breath in. Go on and find a nice fist and create some wrist rotations. Reversing that. One more breath here. And exhale. Go on and plant the palm into the mat. Drop the left knee into the ground. Right leg to the back, finding our tabletop. And left arm reaches forward. Pull the navel in, take a big breath, lift a little higher. And knee to the nose, squeeze. Reach. Exhale to squeeze. 3 more. And last one. All right, plant the palms into the mat. Left toe is curled and right leg kicks up high. You can roll out through that ankle and reverse that. So as we're creating some space here through the hip joints, through the knee, through the ankle joints, shoulder, all that fun stuff, we're gonna just find a little strength. On that exhale, right foot to the top of our mat. All right, dropping our left heel and open into warrior 2. Sinking a little deeper into that front knee, reaching both arms up into the air. Exhale, hands into heart center. Go ahead and lace the fingers together. This time, press directly up over the crown. 3 circles to the back, opening through the chest. We got 3, 2, and then go ahead and lace the hands together over the low spine. Take a big breath, open, reach the chin high. And then exhale, meet the chin into the sternum. 2 more times, inhale. Maybe finding that challenge to flow in with by closing the eyes. All right. Reaching the arms out as far as we can. We'll reach the right fingertips forward and flip our palm, reverse our warrior, or reverse our triangle. Take a big breath here and cartwheel over, finding our runner's lunge. Stepping to the top, forward fold. All right, shaking out any more weight we may be holding on to. Remembering it's Friday, we'll take a nice big breath in. And exhale, letting go of our week. Right, we'll bring both hands onto the shins, stepping back into our plank position. Take or skip our flow, chaturanga. Lifting the heart up, and we'll sit back into child's pose, reaching out through the fingertips. Last little full spinal stretch here, coming onto the fingertips, rolling the shoulder blades apart, and let the forehead melt into the mat. If you'd like, slide the knees out to the width of your mat, or maybe pull the knees a little closer together for a little bit more of that low back love. And one more breath here before we move into our next flow. We'll be finding some core work and some balance. First flow, we'll take it nice and easy, nice and slow, so we know where we're going, and then we'll move with the breath, synchronize the two. All right, we'll place both hands into the mat, lifting up into plank and downward facing dog. If you want to take a flow, go on and take it. All right leg goes on and kicks up into the air. On that exhale, go on and shift the weight forward, finding a one-legged plank. Right, hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Kick that right leg back up into the air. Exhale, this time pull the knee into the nose. We got 3 cheetahs. Kick the leg up. Exhale, knee to the nose. Option to drop the left knee. Kick the leg up. And exhale, knee to the nose. Hold it here. With that exhale, push all that breath out of the body and that right foot to the top. All right, lifting both arms up into the air. And sink a little deeper into that lunge. All right, and we have that tendency to look down a lot, whether it's in our practice or throughout our day or whatever, making sure that we bring the chin up a little bit. And for this next little series, try to keep the gaze high, right? Maybe 6 feet in front of you is where that focal point is gonna be. Lock the eyes in, take a big breath. Out through the mouth, exhale. One more big breath in, kicking the left foot off of our back mat to tree pose, placing the left foot into the inner thigh. If you'd like to keep that challenge, arms stay high. Maybe we bring the hands into center or hands to the hips. Maybe the foot comes a little lower. Just finding your maybe. We'll take one more breath here. And exhale, forward fold, feet together. Halfway lift, inhale. Step back, plank position. Shift our weight forward, take or skip your flow. All right, left leg kicks up into the air. Go on and shift that weight forward, finding our plank position. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kick the leg up and pull the knee into the nose. All right, we got 3. Kick the leg up. 2. And exhale, push all that breath out of the body, foot to the top. Bring both arms up. Lock into that drishi, into that focal point, into that space, and relaxing the shoulders. Take a nice big breath in, kicking our right foot off of our back mat in our time. The foot comes into the inner thigh or a little lower. Shoulders relax away from the earlobes. Maybe hands come into center. 2 more inhales. Challenge to close the eyes. Forward fold, exhale, let it all go. All right, halfway lift, inhale. Go ahead and step or jump back, plank position. This time we're gonna chaturanga all the way down, getting through the shoulder. Right arm to the right side, crawl it out. Come onto that side body. Left foot can come behind us. Head can fall into the mat. Maybe that left arm reaches up into the air to open even more through the chest. Maybe we bring the forearm over the low spine for a bind. Or maybe grabbing onto the top of the foot. One more breath in. And exhale, sliding onto the chest. Switching it out. Left arm over. And resting the temple into the mat. Right arm reaches up into the air if we'd like. Maybe over the low spine. Onto the top of the foot. All right. Sliding onto the chest, onto the navel. All right. Just as we had in that side stretch, in that shoulder stretch, we're going to bring right here into the top edge of our mat. So we're going to open up as much as we did on the side, pulling the shoulder blades back, squeezing the shoulder blades in, and lift the feet. Eyes right under the nose, so we keep the neck in neutral and we're not crunching through the C-spine. And let's roll out through the wrists, rolling out through the ankles. One more big breath here. And sliding both hands right alongside the chest, sitting back, child's pose, counteract that. Big breath here. And exhale. All right. Last thing we're adding, we bring both hands right under the shoulders. All right. Lift into hero pose for a moment, finding malasana. So what we're going to do is bring both hands into the mat, all right, from hero. Then we slide the left foot right where that left pinky finger is. Slide that right foot right where that pinky finger is. And then go on and sit the sit bones back. It's also helpful to place books or even a pillow under the sit bones, making sure that we release this round and that we reach the heart forward. A nice anterior pelvic tilt. Taking one more big breath in through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. All right, so we'll find a few of these. The point is to get a little further, a little deeper, open even more as we progress. On that exhale, forward fold. So we're gonna press out of Malasana into that nice straight leg, halfway lift, big breath. Go on and crawl into that plank position. Take or skip your flow, all up to you, leading into downward facing dog. All right, right leg kicks up. Shift our weight forward, breathe. All right, we're not holding this one. Kick that right leg back up into the air. Pull the knee into the nose 3 times. 3, spreading far through those fingers, making sure there's no area to have lifted. Foot to the top. Crescent pose, bring both arms up. Lock into that focal point. Kick off that back mat, tree pose. Take a big breath in. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Plank position, step or jump back. Chaturanga. Lifting up, up dog, and down dog. Again, left leg kicks up. Shifting that weight forward, pull the navel in. Kick the leg up, inhale. Knee to the nose, squeeze. Twice more. And one more time. Foot to the top. Crescent pose. Foot kicks off the mat, tree. Eyes high, chin up, buttercup. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift. Plank position, step or jump back. Chaturanga all the way down. Inhale, hold. Right arm out, crawl over. Exhale, finding your stretch. Inhale, come right back into center. Opposite side, exhale. Bring it in. Reposition, exhale, roll the shoulders back, lift, inhale. And exhale, hands alongside the chest, sit back, child pose. Big breath here, stretch it out. Out through the mouth, exhale. All right, rolling up one vertebrae at a time, meeting into hero pose. Right, we'll place the hands into the mat. Slide the feet out to where the pinkies are. All right, we're gonna try to get a little further. So sitting the sit bones back, try to press the triceps so the backs of the arms inside the knees. I'm gonna actually face you here. All right, try to keep the arches lifted, making sure that they're not falling in. All right, and then exhale, go and press the knees away from you. Bring it in. Pressing the knees away, so reaching the heart over the fingertips. 2 more. 2. And last one. All right, we'll find a forward fold from here. Fingertips can help support. And exhale, let it go. Maybe shake it out a little bit. And crawl to the top of our mat, finding our plank. Doing that all one more time. Take or skip your flow. Chaturanga. Right leg kicks up. Shift our weight forward. Kick that right leg up. Pull the knee into the chest. 3. Knee to the nose. 2. 1 more, foot to the top. Crescent pose, reach both arms up. And kicking our back foot off of our mat, finding tree. Take a moment. Close the eyes. One more breath here, eyes closed or not. And exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. We'll go on and step or jump back, find our plank position. Chaturanga. Second to last one. Left leg kicks up. Shift the weight forward. Hold that one-legged plank. Kick the leg back up. Pull the knee into the nose. 3. 2 more. Keep squeezing the core tight. 2. And 1. Foot to the top. Crescent. Foot kicks off the mat. Finding tree, relax through the shoulders. Take a moment. Close the eyes again. And really connecting into this space. Whether we fall, whether we stand with no movement at all. Just noticing how we're reacting to whatever's happening. One more breath. And exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Last plank. Because this is the last one, and we held our one-legged plank for 10 seconds, we held our other one-legged plank for 10 seconds, we'll hold this one for 10 seconds, starting now. 10, 9, 8, 7, you got it, keep going. 6, 5, 4, 3, we got that shoulder stretch in 2, and 1, let it go. All right, all those planks and all that stuff are done. Crawl over to that side. Find your stretch. Bring it in. Opposite side. Finding our center. Roll the shoulders back open. Rolling out through the wrists. Through the ankles, and then slide back, child's pose. Take a big breath here, and exhale. All right, we'll slide into our hero pose. Nice and tall. All right, we'll place both hands into the mat. Foot to the side, foot to the other side. I'll move in this direction. I like to point my toes forward, but sometimes the toes want to come out a little bit depending on the tightness of the hips. Scoot the elbows into one another, then hands press into one another, slide the knees apart. If you'd like to maybe find a twist, or if we're feeling very bendy, maybe finding a bind, bringing the forearm over, and we don't even need to touch the fingertips to one another, just as long as we're not rounding into the knee. We're still opening up and twisting as best and as comfortable. Remember, comfort is key. We want to make sure that we are pushing ourselves, but making sure that we're not doing anything detrimental. If you want to even take it into crow, that is also an option. By reaching the arms forward, pressing the hips up. And so it's this sort of reaching fold. Then we bend into the elbows like we have our chaturanga. Eyes come to the top of our mat as opposed to the hands or the feet. And then we hinge forward and just guide forward. Still having a nice plant through the hands. And as we activate through the core, pulling it in, very slowly lifting one foot off, maybe lifting the other. And when we're done, sitting the sit bones into the mat, bringing the feet together. Right? Lifting as high as we can through the crown. Peace fingers to the toes. Reach the heart high. Take a big breath. Pressing the elbows through the inner thighs. And reach the heart towards the toes. A few more of those, reaching the heart up. Exhale. 2 more. Maybe applying a little bit more pressure, seeing which side might need it. And exhale. All right. We'll go on and cross the ankles, right? Holding here for just a few moments. I'm going to break down this next position, right? So here, we're going to scoot the legs in just a little closer and cross the other over, all right? It's okay if the sit bone lifts a little bit. Of course, our goal is to keep the sit bones grounded as best as we can. But if they lift, just try to make sure that it's not lifting like this much, but just a smidge. Okay? And we'll reach both arms up into the air and then hinge forward, falling right over the legs. You should begin to feel this through all the areas of the hip, in and out, even through the glutes, through the low back. Take a nice big breath as we open through that space. And exhale. All right, very gently pressing ourselves back up. All right, sweeping that top leg out and placing the foot into the inner thigh, just as we had in tree. You can shake that leg out a little bit, lifting both arms up into the air. We'll find a twist first, placing the hand onto the opposite knee. Hand can support that twist as we lift up, making sure we're not reclining back, we're not falling back, we're still lifting directly out of the hips. And we'll bring both arms up into the air and fold over that leg. Whether the knee is bent or straight, try to lift the heart high, again, pressing through that tailbone, pressing the butt out a little bit, releasing that posterior, getting through that anterior. One more breath in. And exhale. All right, go on and switch the leg that was on top. All right, and seeing what's going on with this side. If we need to just resettle at all, take a nice big breath, reach both arms up. And then exhale, hinge forward. And taking a few moments, getting comfortable into the position. Let the head fall in towards the knee. And just breathe. All right, in your time, we'll go on and press ourselves very gently away from that fold and then slide the leg out, that top leg out, opposite foot in. We'll reach both arms up into the air, pulling out of the low back, finding that twist, hand to opposite knee. Reach the heart high, opening up a bit more through the collarbone, pulling the shoulder back. And we'll lift the arms up into the air and fold over the leg. And trying to relax through that opposite knee if we can. And finding one more breath in. And exhale, maybe falling a little further. All right, go on and bring both legs out. Shaking out as much as we can. Bring both hands to the back. Bend into those knees and just windshield wipe them over to the right and to the left. Loosening out a little bit more through the low back, the hips. We'll bring those feet together last time. Supta Baddha Konasana, reaching the arms up into the air. We're going to come down like this through the count of 4. We're going to hold here, all right? So we really get that core into work, and then we fall into the mat, all right? So when you're ready, nice and slow. We're holding that crunch for 10 seconds, by the way. Can't forget to tell you that now. Take a big breath in through the nose. Exhale, bring it down. 4, keep pulling the core in. 3, 2, tuck in the tailbone. 1, hold. 10, 9, if we want to pulse, pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, forgive me, and reach the arms overhead, stretching all the way out. Pull the right knee into the chest or into the underarm. Press the low spine fully into the ground. Then go on and kick that right leg up into the air. Lace the hands together onto the hamstring and roll out through the ankle. Reversing that rotation, take a big breath in. Arms out to the right and to the left. Exhale. Relaxing through the shoulders. Inhale. Right leg to the left side of our mat. Spinal twist. 2 more. Right leg kicks up. Exhale to twist. Keeping both shoulders grounded. And 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale. If we'd like to bring a bit more of that pull out of the low back, you could bring the left hand onto the right knee and press into the outer edge of that knee. And sliding the low back into the mat, pull the right knee into the heart and switch it out. You can find a full body stretch in between if we'd like. And then go ahead and kick that left leg up into the air, roll it out, point or flex, whatever you need. And we'll bring both arms out to the right and to the left, creating that T shape to that spinal twist. Exhale. Inhale to reach. Exhale to twist. And 1 more time. And exhale. And again, if we want that further pull out of the low back, bring the right hand into the outer edge of the left knee to get that. And 1 more breath. And exhale. Sliding the low spine into the mat, pull the knee into the heart. And find that full body stretch, adding anything more you wish to place into your Friday flow. If that's a rock up and down the spine, maybe ending in shoulder stand or plow. Always a nice fun way to end here. Kicking one leg up, then the other. And if we've chosen to move into shoulder stand, making sure that we don't have this roundedness here, that we bring the hands a little closer into the shoulder blades and kick all the way up and place the hands, the palms, under the shoulder blades, which in this direction will be over the shoulder blades. And in your time, finding Shavasana, feet to that comfortable distance, hands out wherever you'd like. Tucking the chin under, making sure we have a nice smooth space behind the neck. Counting 10 full inhales in through the nose. Exhaling out through the mouth. And finding a nice rhythm. Allowing nothing else to push us away from this focus of breath, of the mat holding us up, the body falling a bit further through each exhale as we let go. Seeing if we can invite a deeper flow of breath to move in. And just as easily to move out of the body. And so often throughout our day, we're giving and we're putting forth a lot of energy towards others, continuing to allow this time for self, pressing that reset button, allowing ourselves to still give, but from a lighter space. Find one more big breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Release. And in your time, we'll go on and sway the head over to the right and over to the left. And reaching the arms overhead, stretching out through each limb, from fingertip all the way down through to the toes, and we can bend into the knees, finding fetal position. And the reminder of fetal position being a space of rebirth. Finding anything new we'd like to introduce into our day, maybe for our weekend ahead. We'll place both hands, or placing one hand into the mat, both hands to prop ourselves up into a nice seat, cross-legged or onto the shins, bringing the shoulders up into the ears and rolling the shoulders back. And we'll meet the chin into the sternum. Take a moment to exhale the ear past the shoulder, taking any final stretches, any final holds here. As we meet into center, place the hands into heart, bowing into the inner divine, into that strength we were able to find inward to push outward. Big breath in. And exhale out. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Light in me acknowledges and cares for the light that shines bright within each of you. Namaste. All right. Thank you all very much. Happy Friday. And like I